Welcome back to Game Galaxy, and October 11th was just a few days ago, and according to a calendar that was inside the second volume of Nintendo Power, October 11th was notated as Mario's birthday. And another fun fact is that Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door for GameCube came out here in North America October 11th, 2004. So it's safe to say that October 11th is Mario's birthday, and I would love to do some kind of video highlighting some of the best Mario games there are, but I'm not going to be doing that because I cannot stand how Nintendo deals with YouTube videos that has their properties in them. So instead, I'm going to highlight an independently made Mario clone game for MS-DOS back in 1994. Now the story of how this came to be is really extraordinary and quite amazing, and for those who remember playing this game, remember it as a single executable called Mario.exe, and this propagated throughout the internet and through shareware discs. I'm not even sure how I got it, but I remember I always was playing this awesome game that only had 4 levels, and I just couldn't advance any more past the 4th level. It seemed kind of unfinished. Well, it turns out that this game was actually created by Mike Wiering, and I apologize if I'm pronouncing your last name wrong, but he did it as a project to practice VGA programming with smooth parallax scrolling. Now, Mike coded the game in Turbo Pascal in 1994, and then somehow, unbeknownst to him, a beta version of his game, which only had the 4 levels, was incomplete and ended up getting spread around. So to his surprise, he found someone was selling his game on a disc with that same beta version on it at a computer fair. So he bought the disc and took a look at what was on it, and indeed, it was his game where someone had modified the executable, and the documentation, they added documentation, and a registration form got added at the end of it asking to send $15. And I do kind of remember that when you'd quit the game, much like many shareware games back in the day, when you would quit, there'd be the order forms on screen. And I always wonder, I mean, I never paid it, but I wonder if people paid this address $15 and then never got a complete game. That person, whoever did that, was a scumbag. This hacked beta version is what I actually played for many, many years, and even though it only had a few levels and it wasn't finished, it was still super fun, and I played it all the time, and I loved trying to find secret blocks here and there because the game had a lot of secrets within it as well. In the end, Mike decided to release the full version on his website for free, which you can still download today and run through DOSBox, so I'll be sure to include the link in the description below. I was very happy in the later years to finally play the released one by Mike himself and finish it all the way to the end. The full game has 6 levels, and man, it was incredible how he nailed the look and gameplay of a Mario game so perfectly. The VGA graphics are beautiful, and I love colorful VGA DOS games like this. Now, there wasn't any musical or digital sound effects, but the game did make use of the internal PC speaker for sound effects. For those of you who don't know, a PC speaker is a small speaker attached to your computer's motherboard that can create bleeps or bloops, and many older games back in the day used to take advantage of that for music or sound effects. Some PC speakers sounded better than others, and I have to say, that's something that isn't like the real thing. And it's something that I think DOSBox doesn't do well. It attempts to emulate these bleeps and boops from PC speakers, and it does okay, but to me it's just not the same of an actual PC speaker. And I know I had a 90 megahertz Packard Bell as the family computer back then that had an amazing PC speaker in it. That old Maniac Mansion song sounded amazing on that, and Zach McCracken and all those LucasArts things sounded so good on that PC speaker. But yeah, it's just nothing like the real thing for that one. So this game had such a large reach that Tiger Woods can be seen playing it on a television interview.
Player had to be suspended, and I think Tiger's playing Mario Golf. Yeah.
If I were Mike, I would be so proud that something that I did as an exercise for myself ended up having such a large impact and influence on people on such a wide scale. And Mike, that's something to be proud of because you made a great project, even if it was a test that's super fun to play. And I really recommend all of you use the link in the description below to go to his website, download it, play it with DOSBox, and if you love it, hey man, shoot him a message on his website and let him know that you loved it, because it is something to be celebrated. I think it's fantastic. And I think it's fair to bring up that Mike has also created other original platforming games, and you can actually get one of them named Charlie the Duck on Steam right now. And I would say Charlie the Duck is a little bit of a mix of a Mario game and a Sonic game, and a little hint of those old Apogee platformers back in the day. But it's very fun, and you can get it on Steam nice and easy today. So if you want to support Mike, absolutely pick up Charlie the Duck. I think he also has some of these titles on Android and iOS, so you definitely check that out, and check out his website down below. Did any of you guys play this back in the day? Perhaps you guys had the same hacked beta that I had, and you're like, oh my gosh, I remember Mario.exe. If so, let me know in the comments below, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next video.